I was raised in western Pennsylvania underneath the coal mines and steel mills, and the philanthropists were Andrew Mellon and Andrew Carnegie and a lot of Andrews, and people who felt better than. I think it's hard for me to say no, so the people come to me and I don't say no. If right-wingers came to me, I would definitely say no, because I feel a part of the population. I don't feel better than, I really don't, but I feel luckier than most people, because I'm on the top of the food chain, I guess, as most of us are here, so we have extra resources that we can help. And as far as women's rights, they don't exist very much in the world. Maybe I have a very strong self-image because I always thought that things can be changed even when I was little. If I nagged my parents enough, they would give me what I wanted, even though they said no at first. I don't know, I think I was really involved with myself when I was little. Because you bring up any conversation, and in the end I'll be talking about me. I said before, I think the government itself is a good incentive for lighting fires in those of us who are peacemakers, or who consider ourselves peacemakers. I am a peace person. I felt that I had to be in opposition to it because I saw the different pictures, the grotesqueries that happened. We did petitions. We did a one where each person had to sign your opposition under your own name, and you sent it to our box, our mailing box, and then we would send you back a form letter to send to your president, your senators, your congress people. You got a little button and a membership card that you belong to Individuals Against the Crime of Silence. The UN picked up our petition, and it was the first time they had ever picked up any petitions from individuals. I remember one meeting that it was a Berrigan committee meeting, and a man came, and he was ridiculous. He came with a big VW bus, and he had buttons all over himself. And when the Saxons came in, their last name is Saxon, and he said, "Oh, are they the assassins?" And we said, "No, they're the Saxons." But he was so obviously a police plant that nobody could be fooled by him. It was really funny. They wasted their money on somebody like that, who was so naive about what really was going on in the peace movement. The house became a forum for people who were not welcome in public places. Martin Luther King came 6 weeks before he died, and he came and he spoke in the living room here in a resounding voice. And he came with Andy Young and Marlon Brando and a whole bunch of luminaries from the anti-war movement, and it was exciting for the Magidson family. But I remember calling up the mayor and saying, I live in Beverly Hills and I'm from the Peace Action Council, and Martin Luther King got shot, and so we should put the flags at half-mast. And the mayor, who lived the other hill, on Hillcrest, said to me, "Don't worry, lady, they won't get this far." I do wish that PSR had enough resources to make themselves really felt, because I think it's a very viable group and it should be endorsed by every government that exists. I think I was interested in working with PSR because I've always joined up with any group who feels basically the same way I did. PSR are doing the best they can to try to help save people's lives, help make them better medically, help in that way, and they're a respected organization, as they should be, and won the Nobel Prize several years ago, and I got to go. It was really interesting and fun. There were doctors in the Soviet Union and doctors in the US who did it together. Pauline and Richard Saxon, who are close friends, and so the three of us used to travel for PSR, and I tell you that when you say philanthropy, I think we get more out of helping. When I was a counselor at camp for kids, one of my friends told me, well, the camp is for counselors, it's not for the kids, you'll find that out. And I found that to be true. And then the PSR, we got to go to Moscow, we got to go to China, we got to go to Japan, we got to go to Sweden and Norway, and what can beat that? The little bit of addresses you write or the little bit of money that you give. So imagine my surprise when I got the award this year, and I'm very happy.